Anything particular? Oh yes. How do you feel about Howard right now? What's going on? I mean, they're giving him the fucking little cocaine bag in the locker, that kind of shit. Oh my god, how do you feel about that?
Okay, so in a way, and it's just because of how the show is structured. Obviously, I'm rooting for Kim and for Saul or Jimmy, but it's like I feel bad for Howard.
Yep.
Because really, he's just minding his own business.
He's just a normal guy.
He's just the guy going about his day, and they're fucking with him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they're literally destroying his reputation, and he hasn't even like really done anything
Right.
to Jimmy. Like Jimmy just takes everything fucking personally, and like season 1 I hated Howard, but that was before we knew about all the
About Chuck
stuff.
Yeah. That
So,
first of all, I'm sorry, I gotta cut you off. That twist with Chuck actually being the one behind all of Howard's action.
Yeah.
That wasn't originally the plan, right? Originally, the plan was to have Howard be the bad guy and the Chuck kind of be like the guiding brother, and so his death would have been more tragic. But then throughout it, Vince Gilligan and them felt more confident with the writers, and they decided that if anybody's going to screw over Jimmy, put him on this path, it should be his blood. So it was just a better decision, and I'm 100% behind that. Chuck seemed like the guy, like a big brother, real nice. He's stern, but he's fair. And then he turns out to be this narcissistic piece of shit. Like, yes! Yes!
He's not much different from Jimmy,
It's crazy. Yeah, exactly. Except he's on the other side of the spectrum. That's it.
Yeah. And it really leans into that fact, because the whole thing of Jimmy not caring about Chuck's death, like, just using it, for his own gain, it works so much better when we realize how much of a piece of shit Chuck was. If Chuck was a likable character, and then Jimmy,
we wouldn't like Saul.
We would not like Saul at all. And
that's it.
At least in this way, it feels reasonable for the character, and it keeps Jimmy in somewhat of like okay, we get it, because we feel what he feels watching the show.
But now
I
that
fucking
he's bothering
hated
Howard.
when Chuck committed suicide. I fucking hated Chuck. I was like, thank God.
Immediately, right? Immediately. He didn't even admit. That's the thing. Jimmy figured it all out. Kim didn't tell him anybody. Yeah. It's just Jimmy figured it out, and he's like, "You're right, Jimmy." Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. That was some crazy shit, man.
So,
the show was so good. Go ahead.
I do feel bad for Howard. Just leave him be, man.
Right?
Like,
well, the reason why they're doing
money
this
really like that important.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going for here, is that there's two things here. One, it's their three things. Vicarious thrill from the prank and getting away with it. I mean, you see them fucking while they're doing this craziness, they're really excited because they get a vicarious thrill from it, That's why they get more intimate, more sexual with each other, because it's exciting, right? And then you also add on to that the Sandpiper money, which is an obvious motivation, but the third one is Jimmy needs somewhere to put his rage, his grief, and Howard is a familiar foe. Even if Howard wasn't the actual enemy, he's still a familiar foe for him, so he thinks, let me pull all this negative energy into this, because one, I'm getting more money, two, Kim really likes it, and three, fuck Howard. You understand?
Yeah.
So, what I love about it as well, it's multi-layered. It's not just for the money. Continue.
Yeah, and it's crazy to see Kim essentially get corrupted by Jimmy.
Oh, tell me about it! Tell me about it!
It really feels, it's like the Kim in season 1 would not be doing the shit she's doing right now at all. And, I remember talking to my dad about it, and he's like, the shit women do for love. I'm like, yeah.
He got it. That's exactly what it is, though, is that and the little flashbacks to Kim Wexler's mother are essential here, because it shows that instead of her backing away from that kind of behavior and disassociating from the person, she would double down so she would gain affection. You understand? She felt like she belonged when her mother was having her scam stores and shit. Yeah, have you seen that scene yet?
The scam stores
where she scammed the store, like children version of it.
it was with the security guard, right?
Right. So
When
you
she
get
stole
it.
like the earrings and the necklace.
Exactly. So you
Yeah,
get
yeah.
it. It's like she would only feel that kind of affection, not when she was being straight, because when she was trying to be straight and she was trying to be good, her mother was drunk and she was driving, she would yell at her, curse at her, then drive away. We don't need you anyway. But the only time she would ever get any kind of affection from her mother was when she was scamming, when she was doing things she wasn't supposed to do that hurt other people, you know? So
When she was
that's
doing things Jimmy would do.
exactly. So that level of doubling down came from her upbringing. It wasn't just something that came out of nowhere. So those little flashbacks are essential.